I'm just literally on the verge of like a mental breakdown.
I think you have to just try to move on.
It's just like, I can't believe that this is what my life is at right now, you know?
Shocking news is shaking up the Kardashian world. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's marriage has come to an end. The details behind their split are loaded with drama, far more intense than anyone could have expected. After just 2 years, the once iconic punk rock power couple has officially called it quits. Despite their best efforts to make it work, their relationship couldn't withstand the challenges. Insiders reveal that Kourtney is completely devastated, confiding in close friends that she gave everything she had to save their marriage. Their romance was nothing short of a whirlwind from the start, capturing public attention almost overnight. It felt like a love story ripped straight from a fairy tale. Travis's unforgettable beach proposal in Montecito, California, back in October 2021, came less than a year after they began dating. While Kourtney's kids weren't thrilled at first, the two families eventually blended seamlessly, giving the impression of a picture-perfect union. Their journey was full of milestone moments that seemed to solidify their love. Until now. Their love story played out like a Hollywood dream: lavish weddings, headline-grabbing PDA, and even a big baby announcement that had everyone talking. Kourtney and Travis really had fans rooting for them when they revealed Kourtney was pregnant. By November 2023, they welcomed their son, Rocky 13 Barker, into the world. From the outside, Kourtney looked like she was living her absolute best life.
I just felt maybe not at my best. I remember just going with him and all the kids, whether we go to church or to an art museum or we went to the Happiness Museum one time.
Glowing with confidence and happiness. But let's be real, what we see isn't always what's going on behind the scenes. Word on the street is that cracks had already started forming, and Travis's shady history with loyalty wasn't exactly helping the situation. And here's where it gets messy. Kourtney went into this relationship fully aware of Travis's track record. He didn't exactly have a clean slate. The guy openly admitted to some serious dirt, including cheating on his ex-wife, Shanna Moakler, with 13 different women at the same time. Yes, 13! And no, that's not even the worst of it. His infidelity streak started way back in his first marriage to Melissa Kennedy, and it's been following him ever since. Oh, but there's more tea to spill. Just weeks before Travis and Kourtney went public, he was out here making it clear that he wasn't exactly sold on the idea of being tied down. He straight up said he loved his freedom and wasn't into the whole forever commitment thing. And if you thought that was enough drama, hold on to your seat. Travis's ex-wife, Shanna, came out with a jaw-dropping claim. She said she caught Travis hooking up with none other than Kim Kardashian while they were still married. Can you even imagine? Kourtney's own sister! That kind of betrayal has people absolutely losing their minds. This whole situation is just layer upon layer of chaos. This messy skeleton from the past came crawling right back to haunt Kourtney, especially after the birth of her child with Travis. Those old rumors about Kim and Travis having a thing resurfaced, this time with even more intensity. People couldn't stop buzzing about it, and it was clear the whispers weren't going away.
You know, there's moments when I think it makes sense, but I try to almost give myself limits.
After years of dodging the gossip and denying it all, Kim finally dropped the bombshell. She admitted it. Yup, she came clean about what really went down between her and Travis while he was still married to Shanna. And let me tell you, the way this truth came out was pure fireworks. My sources say it all unraveled during a heated family confrontation, where Kim confessed to the affair. She claimed it wasn't about love, though, insisting it was just a one-time thing. But the drama didn't stop there. Things got so heated that Kourtney actually tried to physically go after Kim.
And now, after doing it, I see how crazy it is and I see why people freak. But it wasn't ever really like super official. And so Lorne Michaels came in town and had lunch with me and my mom and officially asked me to do it.
If Khloe hadn't jumped in to break it up, who knows how bad it could have gotten. To make things even worse, Kim didn't just admit to the affair. She went into some seriously intimate details, almost like she wanted to twist the knife.
I really see you come to life, like you find your voice and you find your footing like after a few years. And even the sound of your voice changes.
I know, that's the biggest mystery to me and my sisters. We are blown away.
Apparently, Kim told Kourtney all about how she and Travis first got close while watching a movie in bed, and how that moment led to their hookup. Insiders say Kim seemed to enjoy dropping these bombshells, like she was trying to push Kourtney over the edge. She kept saying it was a one-time thing, and that she quickly realized there was no real romance between her and Travis. But by that point, the damage was already done. This wasn't just a confession. It was an all-out emotional ambush. What makes this whole mess even harder to untangle is the fact that, despite Kim insisting it was just a one-time mistake, insiders claim Travis kept chasing after her for a while after their hookup. When this came to light, it hit Kourtney like a ton of bricks. Kourtney needed some serious time to process it all. Kris Jenner shared that Kourtney completely isolated herself for days, trying to figure out how to handle such a massive betrayal before making any big decisions about her marriage. Once she felt ready, she confronted Travis about everything, hoping they could work things out and somehow move past the mess. But instead of fixing things, their talk quickly blew up into another huge fight. Frustrated and emotional, Kourtney threw out the idea that maybe they should just call it quits since they couldn't stop clashing. What really cut her to the core, though, wasn't the suggestion itself. It was how fast Travis agreed. Without hesitation, he said they should go ahead and divorce. That quick agreement, when Kourtney hadn't even meant it seriously, left her absolutely crushed. To make matters worse, Travis later tried to backpedal. Sources close to the situation say he apologized, claiming he didn't mean it and was just worn down by the constant arguments, especially with Kim's name always being in the mix. But by the time he tried to fix it, the damage had already been done. Travis was out the door, and their relationship was left in pieces. This wasn't just a bad moment. It was the breaking point. The trust between Kourtney and Travis, which had been wearing thin for a while, finally shattered into pieces. And let's be real. This wasn't just some petty family drama between Kim and Kourtney. The tension became a constant, toxic undercurrent in Kourtney's marriage, weighing her down more than anyone realized. What makes this even messier is how the rest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan seemed to have Kim's back, no matter what. From what's been said, this dynamic has been brewing for years. Kourtney's the only one who consistently challenges Kris Jenner's control over the family, and that's caused some serious strain between mother and daughter. Here's the real tea. Sources suggest Kris knew about Kim and Travis's fling from the jump, but decided to stay quiet, supposedly to spare Kourtney's feelings. The irony? That silence only made everything worse. Kourtney later admitted, "I don't trust my own family, my own blood, not one bit." Can you imagine how bad things must have been for her to say that? Even though Travis denied the affair with Kim over and over again, Kourtney just couldn't shake her doubts. His messy past and the resurfacing rumors only fueled her concerns. Family gatherings became a complete nightmare for her. She'd be on edge the entire time, especially if Kim and Travis were in the same room. And when those two ended up alone, Kourtney's anxiety hit the roof, terrified that their so-called one-time thing might turn into something more. Things only got messier when Travis hit the road with his band again. Kourtney admitted that during his tours, he'd often become completely unreachable. Even his bandmates were claiming they had no clue where he was half the time. You can only imagine the kind of anxiety this created for Kourtney while she was stuck at home, waiting and wondering. And then, there was another twist. Apparently, Travis's guitar wasn't just for music. It became a symbol of the growing tension in their marriage. According to insiders, Kourtney tried everything to keep Travis close, but the more she pulled, the more distant he seemed to get. They did manage to have one deep, heartfelt conversation that seemed to fix things temporarily. They both agreed to give each other a little space to rediscover their connection, and for a few months, it actually seemed like they were on the mend. Kourtney even made peace with Travis's messy past involving Kim, deciding to let it go and move forward. For a moment, it looked like they were finally turning a corner. But just as things started to improve, a brand new drama hit the Kardashian-Barker household. Travis had another tour lined up, set to kick off on June 20th, which meant even more time away from home. The cracks in their marriage started showing all over again. When Kourtney suggested they take a romantic weekend trip before he left, Travis's lukewarm response sent up all kinds of red flags. She couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. While Travis was in the shower, Kourtney made a bold decision. She checked his phone. What she found turned her world upside down. There were messages from a woman she didn't recognize. When Kourtney confronted Travis about it, he brushed it off, claiming they were strictly work-related. But here's where things took a turn. Kourtney, refusing to accept his vague excuses, decided to dig deeper. She tracked down the mystery woman and reached out to her directly. That's when her worst fears were confirmed. Those messages weren't about work at all. Armed with this evidence, Kourtney confronted Travis again, expecting some kind of explanation or apology. Instead, he hit her with something completely unexpected. He announced that he genuinely wanted a divorce. Since that explosive moment, the couple has had little to no communication. And now, Kourtney's anger has turned toward her sister, Kim. She firmly believes that Kim's involvement in her relationship has been a major factor in its downfall. The accusations Kourtney is making are heavy. She claims that Kim's past romantic history with Travis has been a constant source of tension in their marriage. She's also brought up allegations that Travis once cheated on Paris Hilton with Kim, leaving her terrified that history could be repeating itself. These bombshell accusations have caused waves throughout the entire Kardashian-Jenner family, shaking their already fragile dynamics. What makes this even more heartbreaking is how it ties into Kourtney's struggles during her pregnancy. Despite knowing how difficult Kourtney's journey to conceive had been, enduring multiple rounds of IVF, and even undergoing surgery to protect her health and her baby, Kim still found ways to stir up drama. Instead of supporting her sister during such a vulnerable time, Kim chose to add more stress to an already overwhelming situation. One particularly hurtful moment for Kourtney came right after she returned home from the hospital. Instead of showing support or even a hint of concern, Kim chose that moment to pick a fight. She made a cruel comment about Kourtney's parenting, saying, "Your kids have even come to me with their problems." It wasn't just a jab. It was a calculated dig meant to question Kourtney's abilities as a mother, while propping herself up as the better parent. This wasn't an isolated incident either. The tension between Kourtney and Kim had been brewing for a long time, and things only got worse over the years. I've uncovered some shocking details that reveal just how bad their relationship has gotten. One particularly nasty moment happened during a family conversation where Kourtney was opening up to Khloe about feeling mistreated by their family. Kim didn't just interrupt, she hit her with a low blow, calling Kourtney the least appealing to look at. But Kim's behavior at Kourtney's wedding to Travis might have been the most telling of all. May 2022 should have been Kourtney's dream day, a magical moment to celebrate love. Instead, Kim made it all about herself. She couldn't stop steering conversations toward her own wedding experiences, stealing the spotlight at every chance. The worst moment? During a heartfelt speech by Travis's son. As he poured his heart out, calling Kourtney an incredible mother figure and thanking her for showing him real love, Kim had the nerve to cut him off. She straight up told him to tone it down. Months later, when Kourtney tried to address this disrespect with Kim, it went absolutely nowhere. Kim brushed her off, refusing to take any accountability. It was just another example of how deep the cracks in their relationship truly run. Kim's reaction to Kourtney's feelings was ice cold and dismissive. When Kourtney called her out for constantly needing to be the center of attention, Kim brushed it off, saying, "It's not that original. Everyone does it." That comment stung deeply, but things only got worse when Kim launched a new campaign that blatantly copied elements from Kourtney's wedding. It was a glaring sign of disrespect, showing no regard for her sister's special moments. The family drama didn't end there. Kris Jenner's role in all of this has only added more fuel to the fire. When Kourtney was rushed to the hospital for a critical surgery, instead of being the supportive mom Kourtney needed, Kris showed up with a camera crew in tow. Her priorities seemed clear: content over compassion. For Kourtney, this was the final straw. But this time, Kourtney wasn't about to let it slide. She confronted Kris head-on, catching her completely off guard, with a boldness Kris clearly wasn't used to. This new, more assertive Kourtney has been shaking up the family dynamics in a big way. One of the most telling moves? Kourtney chose not to tell Kris about her initial pregnancy at all, letting her mother find out through the internet like everyone else. Sources close to the family say Kourtney has started deliberately keeping parts of her life private from Kris, fed up with her mother's relentless chase for fame and her tendency to exploit personal moments for the spotlight. For Kourtney, this shift marks a turning point after years of feeling overshadowed and used. Now, she's making it clear she needs space, not just for herself, but also for her new baby son. And while Kourtney knows both Kim and Kris may try to meddle, she's set on protecting her peace this time around. Kourtney is done letting anyone twist her situation for publicity, and she's making it clear, this time, she's in control. The silver lining in all this chaos? Kourtney is finally standing her ground, setting boundaries with her family, and putting herself first. The toxic dynamics between her and Kim haven't improved, with Kim still unable, or unwilling, to show genuine support during Kourtney's tough moments. What Kourtney truly needs right now is peace, positivity, and love as she steps into this new chapter of her life. These moments with her baby should be full of joy, not clouded by family drama. The situation raises some serious questions about the future of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Kim seems to be following Kris's playbook, putting publicity above family bonds, while Kourtney is carving out her own path, one that values real relationships and personal well-being over the spotlight. How this will affect the family long-term? That's anyone's guess. But one thing's crystal clear. The Kardashian-Barker divorce saga is far from over. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more juicy updates, and stay tuned because I'll be keeping a close watch on this story as it unfolds. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this family feud? Let's talk it out, and I'll catch you on the next one.